Good evening, my name is Theresa and I am going to present my A to Z picture book video project, and I'll be giving you books from A to Z either by the name of the book or the name of the author. And my first book is called A Different Pond. It's a Caldecott Award book. It is by Bao Phi. And this is a story of a father and son and how they like to go fishing at this little pond. And the father tells the son stories of when he lived in Vietnam and how he would go fishing at a pond there. So they share many stories of the father's life while he was in Vietnam, and the little boy compares it to the life he has now in America. I think you'll enjoy this book. Big Cat, Little Cat, another Caldecott Award book. It's a darling book about a big cat, the big white cat, who's alone for many years until a little cat comes along, and then they have a really good relationship and they spend a lot of time together till one day the big cat goes away, or I think he dies, so the little black cat's alone. And eventually another cat comes, and it's like a cycle, and they become friends and they are together again. And it's a really cute book, and I think you'll enjoy it. My wordless picture book is called Chalk. It is by Bill Thompson. It's about 3 children who go to a park and take chalk with them, and it starts to rain, and then the rain goes away, and they look at the clouds and they start drawing, and then one of the rides that looks like a dinosaur, they imagine that it comes to life. And there's great illustrations in this book, and I think you'd really enjoy it. My first series book is Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Last Straw by Jeff Kinney. I have several of these books in my library, and the kids really love these little chapter books. It's a great book, especially when you start reading chapter books. Caps for Sale, great classic book. It is by Esfer Slobodkina. I saw this story and it was read to me by Captain Kangaroo back in like 1969. I was like 5 years old. That tells you how old I am. But I remember watching this on TV, and I love this book. And it's about a man who sells caps, and the caps are up stacked on top of his head. And one day he stops to take a nap, and these monkeys come along and take the caps from him, and they're wearing them, and they're up in a tree, and he tries to get the caps away from them. It's a cute book. It's been around for a long time. I think you'd enjoy it. Harriet the Spy. This is a banned book on the banned book list. It is by Louise Fitzhugh. And the reason it's on the banned book list is because they say that this little girl is a poor role model for young girls. The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein, one of my favorite books, but is also on the banned book series or lists because it's supposed to be sexist, because the tree is a woman and it's being chopped down to nothing. And she gives and gives and gives to the little boy, and it's like he really doesn't care. But anyway, great book. I have it at home, I have it at school. This is one of my favorites, and I read it to my kids all the time. Famous author book, Dr. Seuss. Happy Birthday to You. He's got so many books out, but this is one of my favorites. Great illustrations in this book, lots of rhyming. Kids love Dr. Seuss. What If You Had T-Rex Teeth and Dino Parts, published 2019. This is a scholastic book. I love it. I've read it to my kids several times, and it's a great imagination book. It's about a little boy who thinks he's a T-Rex. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I think this is the original one that started it all. Another Jeff Kinney book. A novel in cartoons. Great book. Never stays on my shelf in the library. Kids love the Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. I just got this book, Keith Haring, The Boy Who Just Kept Drawing, written by his sister, Kay Haring, about her brother who from early on was drawing and drawing. Now he's a famous artist in New York City. Great illustrations. A lot of the illustrations in here are drawings by him. It's a book about being, or how he became, a great artist. Bravo. Poems about amazing Hispanics. The illustrations are by Rafael Lopez. I just got this book the other day. Great poems, all about our Hispanic culture. Magic Misfits by Neil Patrick Harris. This is written by a celebrity, and it's also a bluebonnet book. I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to, and I've heard that it's a great book to read. Clement Seymour's The Night Before Christmas. Great classic. Everybody's read this book. I really don't think I need to go into too much detail about it. It's a great book. I've been reading this for years and years and years. I'm sure you all have as well. Another Dr. Seuss book, Oh, the Places You Will Go. I've read this to my kids year after year, and at graduation time, a lot of people get this book because it's really about where you'll go in your life. It's a great book. Graphic novel, Dog Man and Cat Kid by Dave Pilkey. Great book. I think you'll enjoy it. Quiet by Kate Alizadeh. About a little girl who she learns to speak just by hearing all the different sounds around her. I just got this book in the library as well, and I'm sure the kids are going to enjoy it once I read it to them. Razzle Dazzle Unicorn by Dana Simpson. Another graphic novel. I have several of these in the series. The kids love them. They never stay on the shelves. Scott Kelly, My Journey to the Stars. This is another celebrity written book. It's about Scott Kelly, the astronaut, and his time on the moon and his adventures. Great illustrations inside too. Brand new book too. This is also a bluebonnet book. One of my favorite authors and illustrators is Tommy DePola. I have several of his books in my library and my personal collection. This is Stregonona. Great book. There's several Stregononas out there too. But this is an awesome book with awesome illustrations. Uh-Oh by Mary De Palma. This is another picture book. No words, just pictures. It's about little, looks like little dinosaurs. Mischievous little dinosaurs. It's a cute book. Kids that really don't know how to read yet will really enjoy it. Uh-Oh by Mary Neal De Palma. An all-time favorite is Jumanji by Chris Van Allsburg. Jumanji. I've read the book and I've seen the movie several times. Kids love this book. It's a classic. The illustrations are all in black and white. It's great. Great to read. A new one, another new one I have is The Boo Boos That Changed the World. This is a book about the creator of the Band-Aids and is written by Barry Wittenstein. Another great picture book with illustrations and how the Band-Aid came to be. I enjoyed reading this book. And that one, I just got this in the library too. The Boo Boos. I thought I was going to have trouble finding a book with the letter X, but I did find an author. And it is by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, The Little Prince. This is a chapter book. And the pictures in here are even in color. It's a great, great read. Giant Pants by Ye Old Mark Fearing. It's a big book. It's about a giant who cannot find his pants. The illustrations in here are great. Huge. Children love big pictures. This is a brand new book. I think y'all will enjoy this as well. Giant Pants. And finally, Zero, the Hero by Joan Holub and Tom Lichtenheld. Great illustrations. It's a lot of fun to read this book to the kids. Zero, the Hero. Well, those are all my books, and I hope you enjoyed looking at them. Thank you.